Hello everyone, welcome to Study Sage. In this video, we will discuss who are all the first in the world and few left out contents. Without wasting a minute, let's dive into the video. Ronald Amundsen is the first man to reach South Pole. Robert Peary is the first man to reach North Pole. Sherpa Tenzing and Edmund Hillary, they were the first persons to climb the Mount Everest. W.K. Roentgen from Germany is the first man to receive Nobel Prize for Physics. J.H. Van Hoff is the first man to win Nobel Prize for Chemistry. A. von Behring is the first man to win Nobel Prize for Medicine. Salih Prudhomme is the first man to win Nobel Prize for Literature. Ragnar Frisch and Jan Tinbergen is the first man to win Nobel Prize for Economics. Sir Robert Wallop is the first Prime Minister of Great Britain. Vijayalakshmi Pandit is the first woman president of UN General Assembly. Trijeev Lee is the first Secretary General of United Nations. Louis Frenhete is the first UN Deputy Secretary General. Muhammad Ali Jinnah is the first Pakistan's Governor General. Neil Armstrong is the first man to set foot on the moon. Sir Shankar Kurup is the first person to win Jnanapith Award. Lord Irwin is the first person to stay in Rashtrapati Bhavan. Mahendra Chaudhary is the first ethnic India and Prime Minister of Fiji. Nikolai Bulganin is the first Russian Prime Minister to visit India. Dwight David Eisenhower is the first American President to visit India. Dr. Sun Yat-sen is the first President of the Republic of China. Alexander the Great is the first European invader of the Indian soil. Major Yuri Gagarin is the first man to go into the space. Alexia Leonov is the first man to walk in space. Eric Wilhelm Meyer is the first blind man to scale Mount Everest. Ferdinand Magellan is the first man to sail around the world. Namang Gombo is the first man to climb Mount Everest. Lord Louis Mountbatten is the first Governor General of Independent India. William Bentinck is the first Governor General of India. Vyomesh Chand Banerjee is the first President of Indian National Congress. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is the first Home Minister of India. Dr. Nagendra Singh is the first President of International Court of Justice. Sir Osborne Smith is the first Governor of RBI. Sachin Tendulkar is the first sports person to receive Bharat Ratna. Hargobind Khurana is the first man of Indian origin to win Nobel Prize in Medicine. Acharya Vinoba Bhave is the first person to receive Magsaysay Award. C.K. Naidu is the first cricketer to get Padma Bhushan. Pandit Ravi Shankar is the first person to receive Granny Award. Saifuddin Kichlew is the first person to receive Stalin Award. Major Somnath Sharma is the first person to receive Parami Chakra. Dr. Radhakrishna is the first person to receive Bharat Ratna. Sherpa Anga Dorje is the first person to reach Mount Everest without oxygen. Benares Bhutto from Pakistan is the first woman Prime Minister of any Muslim country. Margaret Thatcher is the first woman Prime Minister of England. Mrs. Anoshin Ansari is the first woman space tourist. Carolyn Michelson is the first woman to reach Antarctica. Juno Tebe from Japan is the first woman to climb Mount Everest. Aarti Pradhan is the first woman in the world to cross the Strait of Gibraltar. Mrs. Van Phillip is the first woman to reach the North Pole. Anne Bancroft from USA is the first woman to set foot on the North Pole. Janet Yellen is the first woman to chair US Central Bank, that is Federal Reserve. Valentina Tereshkova from USSR is the first woman cosmonaut in space. Laila Seth is the first woman Chief Justice of High Court. Rajkumari Amrit Kaur is the first woman minister in the government. Sarojini Naidu is the first woman governor of the state in India. C.M. Uttamma is the first woman ambassador. Suchita Kriplani is the first woman chief minister of an Indian state. Fatima Bibi is the first woman judge in Supreme Court. Indira Gandhi is the first woman prime minister. Aarti Saha is the first woman to cross English Channel. Rosemellen Bethu Korbuli is the first woman chairman of UPSC. Shanav Devi is the first woman speaker of State Assembly. Kanchana C. Bhattacharya is the first woman director general of the police. Anna Chandy is the first woman judge. Punita Arora is the first woman lieutenant general. As we have already seen, Mrs. Leela Seth is the first woman chief justice of High Court. Avani Chaturvedi is the first woman pilot of Indian Air Force. B. Bandodayappa is the first woman Air Vice Marshal. Sushma Chawla is the first woman chairman of Indian Airlines. Mother Teresa is the first woman to receive Nobel Prize. Mrs. Indira Gandhi is the first woman to receive Bharat Ratna. Nirja Banot is the first woman to receive Ashok Chakra. Karnam Malleshwari is the first woman Olympic medal winner. Kamaljit Sandhu is the first woman Asian gold medal winner. Santosh Yadav is the first woman to climb Mount Everest twice. China is the first country to print books. It is also the first country to start civil service competitions. And it is also the first country to issue paper currency. Next is Prussia. It is the first country to make education compulsory. Next is USA. It is the first country to make a constitution. Next is Colombia. It's the first space shuttle launched area. Viking 1. It is the first space lander on Mars. Greece. It is the first country to host the modern Olympic sports. Uruguay is the first country to win the World Cup football. Hiroshima is the first country to be attacked by atom bomb. USA. It is the first country to send humans to space. Moon. That is actually moon. Belgrade, Yugoslavia is the first country to host NIM summit. Next is Russia. It is the first country to launch artificial satellite in the space. Next is Greece. It is the first country to host the modern Olympic sports. Indian Mahatma Gandhi at the Madan Tusud in 1939 is the first wax statue of a living person. Fa Hien is the first Chinese pilgrim to visit India. Bharat Sanchar is the first exclusive Indian magazine. Indira Rahman is the first Miss India to participate in Miss Universe. Badruddin Tayyabji is the first Muslim president of INC. Surjo Kumar Gudi Chakrabarti is the first graduate in medicine. Andhra Pradesh Open University is India's first open university. P.V. Narasimha Rao. He is the India's first Lok Sabha member to elected with a record of maximum number of votes. Hawkins is the first British to visit India. Kolkata, it is the first post office in India. S.P. Sinha is the first Indian member of the Viceroy Executive Council. Charan Singh is the first Indian Prime Minister who did not face the Parliament. Ganesh Vasudeva Mavalankar is the first Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee is the first person to resign from Central Cabinet. Hirlana J. Kania is the first Chief Justice of Supreme Court. Kadanbini Ganguly and Chandramukhi Basu is the first woman graduate. Kamini Roy, she is the first woman honors graduate. That's it, the video has come to an end. I wish you all best of luck for your exams. Thank you.